Good afternoon, April the 25th, 2016. Start of the FOMC week, start of the last week of trading in April. And this tends to freeze the market, move it sideways and or take it higher. Can't have those institutional money managers get lower pay, right? It's not the American way. We came in hoping to sell the 85 area. We didn't get close to it. The sells developed against 80. And a couple of ways that we look at the market had to sell at 80.50 on the opening, and you were able to fill it on the opening at 80.50, and that really was the trade of the day. This bar is still unexplained given the volume that we had today and how thin it would get at times. One large order could do that, but we had a mean green trade, a monkey trade work, a monkey trade work. This is not a good trade, but if you took it, it was a loser. You were selling into the hole. Several false starts down here on retest failures, lots of break even, lots of scratches right there. Really no good trades to the short side. In fact, off of this break to new lows right here, we talked about how that wasn't a very good trade. V bottom, V top produced. Then the trade was really from the long side. We had a retest failure here. We get higher lows, another retest failure here. And my guess is this bar's width and volume was created on buy stops. Market shoots up, just kind of dies, and we sit here. And this is that bar that you can see we got all the volume here. We probably have 25% of the volume on that bar. Then we got a real skinny bar right there. No one's really interested in buying it, so that's a great short, as is this S. To retest the mean green line, and then the trade really doesn't develop. Nancy's tweezers, close enough. So pretty tough trading day, all things considered. We did like the short side first off the opening. Thought it was the market might go down and test support. That's the side we like best. And we did get stops below 75. On our F1 screen, the daily time frame, it's an outside day that favors a trading range, as does the news this week. FOMC announcement on Wednesday. Got a P put in backwards, and that's short covering. If it's short covering and new buying, we would have had a trend day up. So definitely short covering. So we came in this morning saying there was pretty good support at 75 and there's pretty good resistance at 95. So support has been tested and they went down a little bit. They got stops outside of the obvious, and so my guess is we'll probably try to trade it up overnight and into tomorrow's day session opening. If the market were to close right here at 79, our sell is 79 to 82, then 85 to 88 for sell 2. On the buy side, 76, 74 buy 1, and we'll make 69, 71 buy 2. We do have news tomorrow. Durable orders up 1.6. Ex-transportation up 0.5. Case-Shiller, their default number, plus 0.7. Consumer confidence at 96. Richmond Fed at 12. The focus will be durable orders, ex-transportation, and consumer confidence. Okay, looking at the note, and this is where the hedge is, and this is really our starting point for our evaluation. Lower high, lower low, finished on the lows. 5-year auction tomorrow. We'll go ahead and we'll do an A split right there. And we could probably put all this together and have it look like that, and that would probably be a little more accurate reflection of what's going on. So F1 screen favors a sell tomorrow. And definitely the day session confirms that. So in London tonight, this 12 to 16 area is where resistance is, and we have rotate up that stopped at 12.5. The L period stopped at 14. K period stopped at 15. So sell failure 12 to 16. Then 19 to 23. On the buy side, looks like going a little bit lower, so 5 to 9, buy 1. 29 to 01, buy 2. With the FOMC and the auction, I think we can be a little bit lower, but I don't think we break. And looking at the 30-year, resistance starts at 62, 62.04, that's 1, so 7 to 11, sell 1, 15 to 19, sell 2. Think we are headed lower, 24, 28, 1, so 17 to 21, buy 1. And then 9 to 13, buy 2. And I don't think they can knock the bottom out and move the paper that they would like to move. Okay, looking at gold. Gold hung in there pretty good today. So inside day, look for a trading range. The high volume number, most recent in the market's memory, at basically 1232 held. And looking at our F2 screen, definitely a P. So we had the saddle formation that we talked about, and so 42, 45, sell 1, 48.50, sell 2. On the buy side, 35, 37, then 30, 32. Okay, crude oil. Again, given the fundamentals and all the bad news and propaganda to break North American shale oil production coming out of the Middle East and Saudi Arabia in particular, it's a wonder we're not lower. And so we got a seller at 44. We got a lower high and a lower low. And now we're going to see if we've got a buyer down in the 41.75, 42 area. This screen says lower. Definitely a B. Definitely moving lower. So had this breakout from 42.38. We're at 77. So 25 to 50 is going to be buy 1. That's pretty aggressive to the buy side. Then 42 even, 41.75 buy 2. On the sell side, 43, 43 and a quarter, and 43.50, 43.75. And last but not least, the euro. I don't think we ever made 113 even, so if we haven't, that's going to be sell 1. Or didn't, would be a little more accurate. Don't think we did. F1 screen says lower. Actually says trading range. My bias just popped out of my mouth. Okay, we have a P in a down market, short covering. So 95, 113 even, sell 1. Then 20 to 30, sell 2. On the buy side, I mean, we're right at support, so maybe a little bit, gonna have to pay 60, 65, buy 1. Then 35 to 25, buy 2. And markets could be quieter tomorrow because of the FOMC announcement on Wednesday. Well, that's it for the 25th of April. I will see you bright and early in the morning. Hope you all have a great evening. I think spring is starting to be sprung in lots of different places. Certainly feels like it here, and we starting to get our regular normal big thunderstorm forecast all around us, and some of them will come through here in the next month to 6 weeks, so hopefully without tornadic activity. Y'all have a great evening. I'll see you bright and early in the morning.